Are you ready for it?
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Amanda, and Tracy from Radiologic. Today, we really want to go over Maslow's hierarchy, and then we are also going to be talking about student tips and tricks and how to be a successful student in your radiology program.
Today, we're going to talk about Maslow's hierarchy of need, which is in most programs first semester. It'll be in a patient care book or intro to radiology, depending on how your program is set up and what they're calling those classes. Why we think this is so important is that this applies to everybody. So Maslow's, every human has basic needs that need to be met. So what Maslow's hierarchy of need is a pyramid, and you are at the bottom of this pyramid. And at that level, you have physiological needs that must be met to move up this pyramid to self-actualization. So what those physiological needs are is food, water, shelter, sleep. So we all know how cranky we get cranky, we're hungry. So how does this apply? We want to talk about how this applies to you, the patient, the student, and the technologist. So as you can see, the very bottom of the pyramid, those physiological needs, and then the next level, should all these needs be met, is going to be your safety and security, which will then lead to
Love and belonging?
love and belonging. Thank you.
Love and belonging.
Love and belonging. That's right. And then if you're moving up those pyramid and these needs are being met, the first three, then we're going to get to the fourth step of the pyramid, which is self-esteem and esteem from others. Now, once you reach that, then you can make the top of the pyramid where self-actualization and spiritual growth happens. Now, everybody is always moving up and down this pyramid at all times. So how does this pertain to your patient? Consider your patient has been sick for a really long time. They're not sleeping good. They're not eating well. Or they have sustained an injury that's traumatic. It just happened to them. They come into your ER. And we work in a hospital setting, so this is how most of our patients come to us in the radiology department. Radiology is one of the first, departments that help take care of these ER patients. So your patients are at the bottom of this pyramid. And when you're taking care of patients at this level of the pyramid, they're going to be aggressive, or they're going to shut down and not be talking as much. So you need to keep that in mind as you're taking care of your patients and do it well.
We always need to have some type of understanding and compassion towards the patient
Yes.
in order to get through the exam and help them and figure out what's going on with them.
Yeah. And the thing about being at the bottom of that pyramid is a lot of your patients don't know how to communicate that.
Right.
And so your job is to be good at communicating what you're doing in a nice tone of voice, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so how does this apply to the student? I did teach patient care in class for one semester. Prepping to teach that class, I reread that patient care book from front to back cover over the weekend. As a teacher, what I learned rereading this book was that students as well we're all always moving up and down this pyramid. And it was interesting to find out that students need to be around levels 3 and 4 when they're getting ready to take their registry and finishing up their program. So a couple of things here. Good support system when you go into the program. That's going to be important because level 3, your relationships and feeling of belongingness with your support system is super important. You guys need to be making sure, I know the study hours. I do. I get it. sleep, make sure you're being fed. At our facility, we check in with our students. We know where, that work list, it's nonstop, right? So there's not really always good stopping places.
Some of them forget to eat, so we have to
Yes.
tell them to go on
Yeah.
their lunch
So,
break.
this is why it's important as a tech to check in on your students, get them to lunch. Guess what happens? They perform better. Now, how does this apply to the technologist? Amanda and I both work as charge or leads in our department, where we're running our team. And in our department, just so you guys kind of get a dynamic of how we're working, I think we have a unique setup. Almost all the X-ray techs are CT techs. And we are given daily assignments. You can be in CT, OR, fluoro, general X-ray. And that's how our crew loves to do it. We love to rotate around. We want to keep up our OR skills, our fluoro skills. So as leads, we have found that when we make sure our techs get their lunches, get their breaks, that work list again is never going to end.
Yeah, it gets super busy.
No matter how busy you are. And I know, we know techs, every now and then, let's skip lunch, leave early out. But what happens here is that you get tired in the afternoon, you get hungry, and you're not performing at your best. So as leads, we'll step in to every role and make sure our people get lunch, and it makes a difference because we get the best out of our team.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because if we don't get a break, we get cranky, we get sad, especially if it gets busy and the list keeps piling up, and sometimes we panic. So yeah, we always have to make sure that everybody gets their lunches.
And for me, at 52 years old, I am well aware how I act when I don't get a lunch break. And I pretty much insist on it. I must be fed or it's not good.
And then I cry. I don't get food.
No crying. No crying. Okay, so that's why we think Maslow's is important. Take care of your students, take care of yourself, take care of each other as technologists. And that's the way you're going to get that.
Take care of your students. They're very important.
Yes. Make sure they're going to lunch. They get busy. I mean, sometimes they don't even realize what time it is. Y'all check in. Take care of them. Before we start your segment on student tips, let's kind of talk about what we're doing in our free time. I do 410s and I work Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Amanda's on the weekend doing 312s, 7 to 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we navigate being busy full-time employees in a hospital? And how do we stay on Maslow's pyramid?
Yeah, how do we decompress?
Yeah. So what are we doing right now? Nicole, our director back there, her and I are in a book club together with four nurses, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, with 4 nurses from our sister campus, Nicole's home campus. So we had book club and we read Never Lie by Frida McFadden. Book club, we kind of struggle with everybody liking the same books. This one, all of us read it. All of us loved it. It was a page turner. Highly recommend. It's also, for you readers out there, it's a snack. It's like 300 pages, so it's a good weekend snack if you got a few hours.
You got a concert coming up?
We do. Okay. So my husband and I, we like to decompress by going to concerts. We've been collecting them for a really long time. So we got free tickets, 3 free tickets to Chevelle. Yeah. Really great venue too. One of my favorites up in the North Country. So I'm super excited about that. And then in September, got to put in some more PTO for Wilson Jr. I highly recommend y'all check out his new album. Really good, really good. So, and then last week, I threw a party here for my aunt's 70th birthday. My sister flew in, got some family time, had a lot of family come out from California. And when we were planning the backdrop, because I do balloon arches for family parties, it worked out. My aunt's favorite color was green, so we got to leave that up. As you can see in the picture Nicole threw up on our blackboard. Yeah, that's been about it. And Saturdays, now my grandson's playing flag football. So that was a lot of fun. The weather's been prime. Not winter.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be raining outside, right?
Yeah, the weather's been, we haven't had a winter here where we're at. I don't know about everybody else, but, you know, should have been cold out there, but it was really nice. It's a cool time.
Well, I just adopted a dog at the end of February, and she's a lot to handle. She's 4 months now, and we've been having fun hanging out with her. And my mom's birthday was on St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh, fun.
So we had corned beef and cabbage. We do that every year. And then the games I've been playing lately, I've been playing Pokopia since that just came out. It's really good. Really expensive though. If you're planning on buying a Switch though, it's worth it. It's worth it. And then we've been playing Grounded 2. I've been playing with some of our other coworkers, and we've been having a good time with that. It's really funny. And then RV There Yet, which is also really funny. We've been playing that. Other than that, I'm just we're gonna be going down the Salt River with a couple of our coworkers in June. And then my husband, he's really into disc golfing, and they have a tournament down in Phoenix in May. So we're probably going to be going down and doing that. So,
ooh, fun. Good weather too.
A tip though, if you do have a lot of PTO accruing and it's just sitting there, you really should put some time in, because you're going to burn yourself out. You need to put that time in.
If you're sitting on 300 hours of PTO, what are you doing? Get some hobbies, go have fun, go see something. You guys take a break. Take a break.
Your body needs it.
Yeah. Your family will thank you too.
Yeah.
For you students out here, what do you recommend for decompressing the little time they have?
I wouldn't say it's as much as a decompressor, but my classmates and I, we would get together. We would go to Chili's or some cheap restaurant, because you know you're working in school. You know you're spending a lot of money, but you would go to study. But then sometimes, are you actually studying? Because you know we get together and you talk and you decompress, and I feel like if you have people that are going through the same thing as you, and you all are kind of going through the same struggles, it helps to get together and talk and
support each other. Because really right now, what are we looking at? Most programs are getting ready. You're getting ready for finals. You're getting ready for pinning ceremony. And you're getting ready to take that registry. You know, actually, I just saw in the RadTech student group yesterday, there was a student that had mentioned that she didn't really feel like pinning ceremony could be a celebration, because with the weight of the registry over her, for her, she was discussing how the point of celebration for her was the registry, and it was going to be really hard for her to enjoy that moment of pinning.
And we've seen a lot of students where they've scheduled their registry like days after or the day after registry.
There was one that did it a couple of years ago on the day of.
Yeah.
Ooh, legit. Anyway, so a little advice here, you guys: enjoy your night, enjoy the pinning ceremony, take a deep breath, enjoy your family. The registry's going to be there. You know, take that moment. Yeah. Take every moment you've got. With
even
your
schedule
cohort.
it a week, 2 weeks, even a month after, unless if you have a job lined up and they need you to do it. Yeah. But I took a break. I went to Flagstaff with my twin sister. We did a little sightseeing, and we kind of decompressed that way before my registry, and hung out with my family, you know.
Take that moment and enjoy it. You earned it. That was like so much hard work.
Yeah.
We know. So go enjoy that pinning ceremony. Have dinner with your family, you know.
And during the program, just do the little things that make you happy, because it's really going to help you get through the program. Like even just simply getting a little hot tea in the morning, like that was my little thing, you know. Like,
and like you readers, I know you haven't read a book for fun, barely, maybe.
Yeah.
What I would say is, because we are approaching the end of the semester, some of you are approaching the end of your program. Okay, you don't have time to read a book, make a list. Make a list of things that you're going to do when you have that free time again, because it's coming. It's almost here, I promise. Not for up. You guys got this.
Yeah. So now that we've gone over the Maslow's hierarchy, we're going to talk about how we're going to use all that good stuff from the hierarchy into being a good student. So, and then all these tips are going to be mostly applied to a clinical setting. First of all, always, this is obvious, you're going to show up on time. Always put your phone away. You are going to be running into techs that will have their phone out, and you might think that they're your friend, but you really want to put that phone away, because they're gonna tell your clinical instructor and your teacher, and it's just not a good look. Always pretend that this is an interview. Always show up like you're going to an interview when you're going to clinicals.
Well, I would like to add that if I see you with your cell phone out, you're going to get full McGonagall. I'm not going to your clinical instructor. We're going to talk about it.
The main thing to focus on when you're a student is to really focus on the work list and what needs to be done. When there's downtime, really make sure that you're stocking, folding the rad bags, making sure that everything is done in the department that needs to be done. And then if there is downtime and you've already done all that and there's nothing on the work list, then there is always an option to either do your homework or study. It really just depends on the site and whether they allow it or not. I know at our site, we kind of allow it here and there. The main priority is the work list. And if you're studying and not paying attention to it, then it can be an issue with your clinical instructor. And we did have a discussion about this with each other and our CI to see how they feel about that. Did you want to?
Well, I am definitely okay. Complete downtime, everything else has been done. Students doing homework. But you know how we like to destroy books at our site. So, hey, if you're a student and you're not busy, and listen up, technologists, that means you're not busy. So, one of the things you could do, like we've played cahoots with our students.
Oh, that is truly.
That was a lot of fun,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. We get those books out. We ask, hey, is there anything you want to go over? That's how because I did CI for 7 years. That's when I was like, started portable lessons, stretcher lessons. But that a lot, sometimes especially portable, students are always asking for, hey, can we go over this a little more? So I have a good little portable lesson, but as a technologist, if there's downtime for you too. And there's nothing wrong with being up on your learning and bringing all of that into clinicals for your student. Now I get it. Sometimes I'm just plain tired
yeah.
and I need a minute because we're
It
busy.
gets busy.
So, students studying, I have no problem with that either, because it gives me a minute to breathe and, get back up the pyramid of Maslow's.
Speaking of the work list, when you're looking at it, and if you do see something come up, speak up about it and tell the tech, because they might not be paying attention and they might not know what's going on, and it's a good segue to try to get in and be a good noodle, be a good star,
Yeah.
get a good gold star.
Gold star, gold star.
Let's say for whatever reason you're not really paying attention to the list. All of a sudden you see a tech kind of stand up and get ready to go do something. For the most part, you kind of want to go and follow them to help them with the exam. However, remind yourself that you are going to be going to a lot of clinical sites maybe, and you are going to be dealing with a lot of different people, a lot of different personalities. Some people might want a break sometimes, right, Tracy?
That's true. We call that, and I think it's really important as a technologist, and really good students are really good at this. They know how to read the room. For the most part, you're correct. But there are times as a tech myself that I just want to sneak off and take an x-ray all alone. So I know it's like a double-edged sword for you students out there. You don't want to get in trouble with your CI for not following those techs. Like, you better be on them, especially if they're taking off. But then at the same time, it's so hard because you need to read the room when somebody maybe needs a break from you.
Yeah, Tracy, it is a double-edged sword, I'll say. However, as a technologist, I would rather have a student that keeps following me and annoys me rather than having a student just sit there and not wanting to help me with the exams and
Agreed.
get the knowledge that they need for their clinicals. But if you don't know, it never hurts to just ask. It never hurts to just ask them to see if they're wanting you to come with them.
Hey, can I come with you on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
If you want to get extra points as a student, a big thing that we like is when they ask to transport a patient. And if you don't know how to transport, always ask to see if your technologist can help you out and really understand, because once you get the transporting down, that's a big part of x-ray and getting your own patients. And that first part is really going to help you get really good in the field.
I'm curious, Amanda, because you did several different sites. Do they have you transporting at most of the facilities that you went to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was just ours because I've been in the same spot for 20 years, so I was curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unless we're at an outpatient, but
yeah.
Hospital settings always expect to transport. And if you don't know if that site in particular lets you transport, always ask.
Right. Learn how to transport and be watching out for our stretcher lesson.
A big thing that we really want you guys to know is that no question is a stupid question. Always ask anything. And it's always fun to bring the book out. We do that all the time.
Oh, yeah. Stay curious, my friends.
And always, we like to ask each other different experiences, really tie in with what we're talking about. And no question is a stupid question.
Ask your questions.
Oh, yeah, this is a big one for us. If you're afraid to do any exam, any fluoro, any surgery, force yourself to do it. Really get comfortable with doing it. If you keep doing it, you get more comfortable. And you'll end up liking it. I thought I would hate surgery, but I forced myself to do surgery, and now it's one of my favorite things to do.
Well, definitely, if you master something and you're not nervous about it anymore and you don't have those nerves holding your back, it's a whole different thing. So to master something, you have to practice over and over again until your smartwatch says a heart rate of 70. Yeah, that's how I do it. I go in the OR now, and it's like 78. I'm back there chilling.
Get more confident and you'll become more competent.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Good one, good one.
So let's say you've comped on something and you feel like, oh, I've comped it. I don't think I need to do that again. You're wrong. We're going to get 1,000 chest x-rays. And yes, you may have comped it, but just know in your x-ray tech career, you're going to be doing so many chest x-rays. So we expect you as people that are teaching you to stay on the list. And even though you've done it before,
I don't want to hear I've comped that ever again, right?
Right.
Techs, do not. And please, everybody weigh in the comments. Technologists, let us know how you feel about that one. I do not want to ever hear, I comped that already, ever again.
You're going to be doing it a million more times. Trust me.
And like we said, Practice brings mastery. Competence brings competence. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, this one's also spicy.
We bring in the spice at the end of this one. Bring it. I want to know what's going on here.
So, as technologists who are teaching, we do like confidence and we like assertiveness. However, sometimes
I know where this
students
is
can
going.
get maybe a little cocky, maybe might sound like they know it all.
Arrogance is not a good look in clinics. Arrogance.
Yes.
Don't bring the arrogance.
It's okay to maybe question why a tech is doing an exam, but maybe ask in a nice way.
It's definitely how you present it, and that's where you should. The ability to read the room, with that comes the ability to know how you come off as well. You'd be very self-aware of how you're coming off. Don't bring the cocky. Don't bring the arrogance.
Bring the questions and always ready to learn
There you go.
and get good.
Oh, and show up on time.
Oh yeah, show up
Okay.
on time.
Yeah.
Here's another spicy topic. It's really common for people like techs and students wanting to gossip about other techs, other students. Remember, we're treating this like an interview, and gossiping it kind of looks it's not a good look.
No.
We've been in the hot seat before too, and we've made mistakes with gossiping, and we know what it's like. And you don't want to be there.
It's unprofessional. It's okay. And look, I'll be honest. We do a self-review before we get our raises every year. We evaluate ourselves. And my number one goal every year is to gossip less. So good luck with that, y'all. Don't do it.
Don't do it. It is hard though.
It's hard. Yeah. We like the tea. We like the tea. But be professional.
I can't stress this enough that you should treat your clinical experience as an ongoing interview, but do keep in mind, really don't be too hard on yourself. We've all been in your shoes. Every tech has been a student and has had the same experience you've had. If you're not confident, pretend to be confident, fake it till you make it. And if you don't believe in yourself, we'll believe in you.
We believe in you. You got this.
You can do anything you set your mind to.
Follow along for more radiology talk. You can follow us on all the platforms, and the links will be in the description below. We're RadiOlogic. Learn with us and get good.
That's a wrap.